Alright, welcome to the Punisher Grunt Chapter channel. My name's Slickback. I'm the MSA of the Punisher Grunt Chapters out of Monroeville, Ohio. Club started talking about starting this channel to kind of show people what we're all about. We're going to take a ride on the Suzuki today. Suzuki keys. And I'm going to kind of talk about my story, how I got into the Punishers, and who I am, and introduce myself a little bit. Talk about what I want this channel to grow into. As this channel grows, you're going to see interviews from the different people in my chapter, and hopefully other chapters around this country. This is my garage. I also run a channel called HenthornPerformance. Little fucking stitch here for my own bullshit if you want to check that out. We've got the wife CF Moto, the Lowrider ST of old Virago that I'm trying to turn into a Bob, and then the good old trusty SV650. I also own a 99 Electric Glide, but that's currently my dad's borrowing it. So you'll see, if you go over to that channel, you'll see content about all these bikes and some other bikes and stuff like that if you end up liking what you see here. But yeah, we're gonna go for a ride. Looks like we need to get gas. So we'll swing, get some gas, go for a little rip. I'll check in with y'all in a minute after we organize some bikes, get them all put away, and I'll go into my story. Back at y'all in a minute. Alright, we just got gas at the good old Circle K. Now we're about to take off on one of my favorite little trips around where I live here in Mansfield. Like I said before, club's based out of Monroeville. I live in Mansfield. I'm gonna go ahead and jump in and introduce myself, talk about a little bit of who I am and how I got to be the MSA of the Grunt Chapter, how I became a Punisher, and how we got through all this. So I'm a mechanic. Started working as a technician at dealerships 6 months before I graduated high school. It was about 10 years ago now. Like I said, it was about 10 years ago now. I grew up, my dad was super into motorcycles, old Harley guy, that was it. That's all he has, that's all he rides. His Harleys, I ride a little bit of everything. I appreciate almost all versions of motorcycles. The only ones I'm really not a big fan of is Harleys. I mean, not Harleys, fucking Hondas. I love Harleys, but for some reason to me, Hondas are always expensive and don't really offer a lot in my opinion, so that's how I feel. But like I said, I've been a mechanic for about 10 years. My uncle T-Bone is currently the president of our chapter. He has been a cop for as long as I can remember. I went down to Florida for about a year, was working down there, and when I came back, he was the MSA of the Punishers chapter. The clubhouse was right next to his house. He took it on strong. When I came back from Florida, I was like, hey, I'm looking at getting back into ride motorcycles. Jumped on a KLX 300. And he was like, you should start hanging out with me and the boys. Started talking to them, learning what they were all about. They had a really good group of guys together. Was just hanging out. It was in June a couple of years ago. Wheelies. June a couple years ago, he brought me in for a meeting. I had gone to like a Christmas party and New Year's and stuff like that, and like hung out with all the guys and was getting to know them all, and he brings me in. He's like, hey, we're having a meeting. All the guys want you to come up so we can talk. Come up there, and they voted me in as a prospect. Now, I was a bit of like a legacy type thing, you would say, because with envy of my uncle and getting to know all the guys real quick, they all seemed to like me and stuff. So got voted in as a prospect, and they talked about like charity runs and stuff like that they like to do, and I loved the idea of it. Like, it was just the concept of in service to others, with the fact that like I started out young in the mechanic field, didn't know what I was doing. An older guy took me up under his wing to try to teach me how to work on cars, and then I had a baby real young, and like my daughter was born when I was 19, and I struggled through all of that. And being at a point in my life where I wasn't struggling as hard, and I could actually start to give back, and the concept of being in service to others while riding motorcycles and having really cool friends doing it was something that just struck a chord with me. It worked for me. So I jump in, start prospecting. Like 2 weeks later, our chapter blocks for a charity run for suicide prevention. It's called Caleb's House of Hope up in Monroeville. And I'm like 2 weeks into prospecting, haven't even really gotten a chance to ride with the guys yet. Like I said, I was on a KLX 300, and they're all running Harley baggers and stuff, and so like I can't keep pace. So I borrowed my dad's Road King to come out, and I was gonna just ride the event. Well, we had some stuff happen, and a bunch of people weren't able to make it because of family issues and work and stuff like that. So I ended up blocking for the event. We get there, and it was me, the president at the time, Malibu, which hopefully will be the next interview you guys see. He basically built our chapter into what it is. A lot of everything that we do and stuff comes from him. He's our VP now. He's a great guy. I always tell him that he's the best of us, and he's all the stuff that we do and everything. He's literally the best guy in the world. So it was him, me, T-Bone, and one other member. So I got a block, you know? There's about 75 to 100 bikes there. There's only 4 of us. Intersections are closer together than what 2 guys can make it, you know? So we jump in and we go to get to it, and the guy that runs the event, he's an old club member from back in the day, not all of our club, but just of clubs in general, long-time motorcyclist. And he sees me, and he's like, what are you gonna do with it? He looks at the P-Time Malibu, and is like, what are you gonna do with this Slickback? And he's like, well, I guess we're gonna see what he's got. And by the time the first couple stops, they were like, where did you find this Slickback at? Holy shit, the Slickback can ride and everything like that. And so name stuck. I got Slickback, and I also have a real nice Slickback haircut, if I do say so myself. But yeah, so ever since then I've met more and more guys, fallen further in love for my chapter and this club. The stuff that we do worldwide in service to others, and different charity runs and donations and stuff like that, is just, it blows my mind how much this club can actually do. Punisher started in '99 by John Boyan. He's our IEP International President. He's still kicking it and rocking it. We actually just left Nationals. If you check out the HenthornPerformance channel, I just posted our footage from Sturgis. But right before we went up to Sturgis, we were in Arkansas for our national party. A lot of the chapter went down, had a blast, rode in a big old ride, got to see a bunch of people, have a blast. So that's kind of how that's my start into the Punishers and how I got here. Grunt chapter, we've got like, I want to say 10 patch members at the time being currently. Like I said, we're based out of Monroeville, Norwalk, Sandusky area. We just got back from Sturgis. That was a blast. I'll probably throw some footage in, or y'all will see some shorts if you find the channel of some stuff that we've done here recently. Now I'm just going to talk about what I want the channel to become. Like I said, I'm the MSA. I run another YouTube channel, and we kind of just want to document the stuff that we do. The stuff we do together in our chapter, the stuff we do for charities, the events we do, runs that we do. We like to call ourselves blocking professionals for charity runs. It's kind of our favorite thing to do. We like to get together and block traffic so people can have a smooth pass through while they're doing their rides and stuff like that. So we're gonna hopefully see some footage of that over the next years of me doing this. I run like I said, I run the other channel, so I've kind of decided that I wanted to start this one. One of the other members talked about it, just to get our name out there and build the repertoire of who we are and who the Punishers are. I also want to do interviews with members across the country, heck, even across the world if I can, to see into their perspective of it. Because like I said, I've only been a Punisher for a couple years. I look to Jimmy because he's been doing it the longest of anybody in our chapter for the wisdom and the understanding of what all of this means. Forever prospecting is the best way to put it. To learn as much as I can and grow into the realm of the Punishers. But yeah, we've got, so you're gonna see, we've got me, Slickback is MSA, T-Bone is P, Malibu is VP, Pickles is Secretary, Blart as SA, and then we have Casper, Reaper, Reverse, 10 mil, and Ketchup are all just regular patch members at the time being. This is our chapter, man. This is what we do. I'm just gonna run this road for a little while. Thanks for checking into the Punisher Grunt chapter channel. This is kind of what any videos from just me are going to look like. If you want to see more videos like this is brought to you by HenthornPerformance. Go over and check out my moto vlogs. Like, comment, subscribe. If you're interested in interviews and you're a Punisher, throw it in the comments. I'll give you an email to reach out to and we'll link up and get together, especially if you're in the Ohio, Pennsylvania, Indiana area. I like to ride and I'll get to you, I promise. I want to talk to you guys. I want to meet more of y'all, and I want to hear rad stories about the Punishers over time. Thanks again. Catch you later.